Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Save Station for the Checkpoint. I'm joined today with Carson
Hey,
and Marley.
Hola.
Like always, we'll
You
talk
should probably
about.
introduce yourself.
That's right. I'm Nate.
he doesn't usually.
I don't usually
start
talk.
the videos, but
Yeah,
this time he is.
He's the host this week.
I don't usually talk much, so yay. But we want to talk about Owlboy more today.
What we've been playing. Yes,
'Cause the rest of us have pretty much been playing the same thing.
Yeah. So I've dived a lot deeper into the Owlboy game, and it is fantastic. Like, the story is really pulls on your heartstrings. Like I said before, the main character Otis is a mute, and his mentor is very verbally abusive towards him.
Oh my god. You described it as mean last time. Now it's verbally abusive.
Yes, it escalated quite a lot,
That's-
and I think something happened to the mentor in his past that we don't know about yet.
Okay.
Something had to. He can't just be like that. He
Yeah.
could be, I guess,
He
but
could just be a dick.
there has to be a reason.
Yes.
I don't know why. But whenever he's being a dick, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. But Otis has some really cool friends that he gets along on the journey, and they're his weapons, basically.
Yeah, I saw you playing a little bit of it, and it looks real fucked up when you got some dude just hanging from your fucking talons or something.
That's how you end up shooting things and stuff like that. Like, you have a little friend who's like a cannon mechanic. He has a little pea shooter, so he's
It's really funny to watch.
That sounds awesome.
so. And then there's you get a pirate guy, and he has a shotgun kind of thing that's short range.
Okay.
So
What are those guns called? I'm drawing a blank.
what?
The short cannon.
Assault on
pistols.
shotgun?
No. Wait, is that what it is?
No.
I think pea shooter's the technical term.
I don't know. It's an old. You see it in pirate movies all
Yeah.
the time.
Blunderbuss?
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for.
It's kind of like that a little bit.
Okay.
But
Not that it really
yeah,
matters.
the art for the game is beautiful. Yeah, it's such a good game, guys. It's like $20 on Steam, so I would highly suggest giving it a shot.
That Christmas Steam sale's coming up. Gotta be coming
Yeah.
up soon.
Oh man, if that's on sale, definitely buy it. And if it gets enough support, it could come to consoles and handhelds.
That would be cool.
That would be cool because that seems like a game I'd want to play with a controller.
Yeah. Well,
And
Does
that's
it
what
have
you're doing.
controller?
Right?
that's what
As I
I'm
said.
doing right now. It works great. So if you
Cool.
have an adapter for your computer to play with a controller, that's the best way to play, I think. I feel like a keyboard, you don't really need a keyboard to play that game. Like, a controller is the best way.
Okay.
So, yep. That's what I've
Owlboy.
mainly been playing right
Have
now.
you been playing anything new or different? I should say.
No, it's pretty much just been Diablo and Overwatch.
And they're both terrible games from terrible companies.
Most Blizzard supporters would have you think that if you went by their
Listen.
Facebook comments.
Blizzard supporters are the worst people.
Blizzard is the best company with the worst fan base.
What about LOL, though? That could
But see, LOL's
rival.
not good.
Oh,
Blizzard makes
the
good.
hate.
Blizzard makes good games, but they've got shitty fans. LOL's just not good. Sorry, MOBA fans. Anyway,
But what's Khadgar's last name?
oh god, don't inside joke. Anyway, yeah, Diablo and Overwatch. I downloaded the PTR. Sombra is real cool. My waifu Farah can now utility waifu. The waifu of my heart is Diva, but
Oh my
I think it's probably the nerdiest thing that's
Uh,
ever been said.
Farah can fly forever now.
Is that
Yeah,
finalized?
it's in the PTR.
Jesus.
So that's awesome. But
I don't like that. That's gonna be
other
terrifying.
than that, I have just been gearing up for Sun and Moon,
Yeah, man.
Yep. Yeah.
and that's pretty much what I've been playing. Nate, I don't think your list is too different from mine.
It's pretty much been Diablo working on the new season, and I got to watch part of it from Kyle playing the PTR, the new
Something of Tristram.
Darkening of Tristram or something like that. I've drawn
Yeah.
a blank on the word. Where they dropped the filter to make it look like Diablo 1
Yeah.
and change you up so you can't walk in a normal 360 anymore. You only walk in 8 directions.
Dude, it looks surprisingly good on newer screens.
yeah, it looks awesome.
like it's not just like it's not like old and fuzzy. Like all of a sudden, like you can admire the beauty of the pixel art
Yeah.
because of the modern day
Whatever
resolution.
filter they threw over top of the game makes it
Yeah,
look
it's
amazing.
definitely not an exact
No.
filter because like there are colors
It's like
there
a texture filter.
yeah, there are colors there that you just never would have been able to get before.
No, but it's fun to play. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the full patch with that, and then the Necromancer coming out, whatever later.
Yeah,
I'm
I
looking
don't
forward to
think
that.
I'm going to play it because I think that's one of those things I just want to experience. Like I'm not gonna play the PTR.
Oh, okay. I was like,
That's what I meant
That
to say.
sentence didn't make much
Yeah.
sense.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm
He's
not gonna
play, but he's gonna play.
I'm not gonna play the PTR version. Sorry, that's what I should.
Not gonna lie, I kind of wish instead of the Necromancer they went to the shapeshifter, the druid.
The druid
Yeah, because we already have kind of a pet battle
With the witch
doctor.
and the demon hunter has pets too.
Yeah, and so the only one that's we don't have is a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they didn't go druid,
Yeah.
but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
But I guess we're gonna take a quick break and then come back and talk about games that have gone on for too long and should have
Should have
Should've
ended or
just been-
ruined the direction
yeah.
they were going in.
pretty much. So we'll be back in a couple. And we're back. So we're gonna talk about games that should have been stopped because they started to ruin stories, or other reasons. that
Maybe
you may
perhaps
have.
got a little too greedy and just kind of ruined what was once
Glorious.
glorious.
Yeah, or they're still going now, and they just
They
please
should've-
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're just getting too far away from what they originally
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
I know each one of us has at least one game in mind.
Yep.
Yep.
Who wants to start?
Carson has a really
yeah.
interesting one, so I want to hear.
It's probably the
his.
most controversial.
I think so.
It might trigger a few people.
Hashtag trigger warning.
I don't know. We'll see. But my first game, my only game that I brought to the table here is the Halo franchise.
Oh God.
All right, everyone take a deep breath.
I have no emotional investment here, so I'm just here for the bloodshed.
I won't try and spoil anything for anyone that's still trying to get into the franchise, but what I will say about the Halo franchise is that it's been around for quite a while. The first game and the second game really redefined what shooters were, and
Right.
they're. I would say if you want to like get into like the history of shooters, definitely like play GoldenEye, play
Best
Halo
shooter
1,
ever.
play Halo 2, like. Those early ones. Is there
Sure.
another one you had to think of?
Probably,
Okay.
I would say the original Doom.
Doom.
Doom was really good.
So it's an important franchise for video games for sure.
Yeah.
Like Master Chief for a while was one of the main mascots for Microsoft.
What?
That was like their hero.
I don't think there's any like Master Chief is almost at like Mario or Crash
Yeah,
Bandicoot
yeah.
levels in terms of his his
Yeah.
recognizability. Is that a word?
It
Maybe.
can be.
But like, I know people who like not really played Halo, but I know who Master Chief is.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people
It's
know.
hard not to know who he is.
Yeah, like he's a recognizable mascot.
Yeah. So
Even mothers of gamers know who Master Chief is.
Yeah.
And they don't know who Mario is.
dude, everyone knows who Mario is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't think that statement's completely true.
But yeah, so we got the original trilogy 1, 2, and 3, and great franchise, great little trilogy there, and they ended it. We thought so. They did have a little like Easter egg at the end of 3 where like, oh, maybe it's not over yet.
Well.
And then we got ODST, which was a cool
awesome.
side game
Yeah.
to get. It was a cool little story. You weren't a Spartan, so you weren't invincible.
Yeah, you died fast.
On hard mode, it was probably one of the hardest Halo games I've ever played on
yeah.
Legendary. It was so hard.
Definitely.
And then we got Halo Reach, which was like it was a prequel to all. Master Chief is in it briefly,
Yeah, really briefly.
but it doesn't follow him at all. And it's basically the origin of like the Covenant striking the UNSC
Right.
and humans for the first time. And yeah, so then it kind of took a break for a little while, and Bungie left.
Right.
All right. So at this point, the franchise was still riding pretty high, and then Halo 4 dropped, it was a lot of anger from all the new changes and stuff that were coming, like the abilities and all that, the drops in the middle of like games. To me, it all worked, and I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It made sense to me. Like they were trying to update an older shooter,
Right.
in a sense, because 1 through 3, pretty much the same for the most part. Especially 2 and 3. Those it's new weapons, but it pretty much was the same.
The mechanics in 1 were just so good.
1 has not aged well. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, replaying it was it's work.
Yeah, it's a chore. I was not having fun.
No, not
Halo
at all.
2 holds up great though. So Reach came out. It was widely praised. It was very good. Then Halo 4 came out. Lots of controversy. It scored very well. But that was the first time where I think we started seeing some people getting a little tired of the franchise. It had been around for a while, and we're like, oh, we're starting another trilogy with Master Chief.
Yeah. that's
And
the
I'm
problem
like,
with that.
yeah, I kind of get it, but I really enjoyed Halo 4.
I did too.
I thought it was really good. I played a lot of multiplayer. I was really into it. I thought the story worked pretty well too, with him trying to find Cortana and stuff.
Cortana.
And then Halo 5 dropped. And they promised a lot of things. Unfortunately, this game is one of those games where they promised a lot and kind of misled consumers a little bit of what was actually happening. They kind of made it seem like there might be choice.
I don't remember much of the leading up to it.
I do. They made separate trailers for Locke and Master Chief.
That's right, they did.
And stuff, and there was weird hints at like maybe choice being in the campaign. There was none of that.
There was none of that.
They were saying how great Locke was going to be of a character and stuff like that. This is a cool new character of the Halo franchise. He's hunting down Master Chief. I didn't get that feeling at all. Like, yeah, he was trying to find Master Chief, but I didn't find his character compelling whatsoever.
I just kept waiting to play as Master Chief more.
That too. You would jump between the two. Like Halo 2, you jump between Arbiter and Master Chief. I didn't mind that too much.
Because Arbiter was cool.
Arbiter was pretty cool. But in Halo 5, I was like, I just care about Master Chief. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
I don't care about this other team that they tried to make. Like, I really don't. And then...
That's what happens when you try to make someone care about someone hunting down the person you cared about for so long.
And then the multiplayer did not grab me at all. They tried to go back to the arena-style combat. Like, they said they were going back to the old way. But I was totally on board with the new Halo 4 multiplayer.
Yeah,
like, I wanted them to improve that. I liked it.
Yeah, I think I only played like a couple days worth of the newer one.
I barely played any of the multiplayer.
Didn't touch after
like
that.
It's kind of a shame because they added some cool modes, like bigger team like battles, controlling points and stuff like that. I forget, it was like Warzone or something like that. It was kind of cool.
Get vehicles and all sorts of things. There was NPC mobs on the field too.
Yes, that was kind of cool.
I like that.
It didn't hold me. Like it didn't hold my attention. And so at this point with Halo, at least for me, Halo 6 is obviously in development.
Right.
But for me, 343 Industries, they need to change it again. Like, I hate to say that, but Halo 5,
I hope this is the last one, to be honest.
Microsoft hasn't released the sales for it because they don't usually like doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would bet it didn't sell as well. Like, I think it's trending down. The sales are trending down. There's so many other good shooters out there nowadays.
Now, do you think maybe it's either time for a story that in that universe that doesn't follow Master Chief, or do you think it is time for a hard reboot?
Well, honestly, I would say no to the reboot because I don't know how they would do that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either.
Because there is a story. They have books for the story and stuff like that, and they followed it like pretty closely.
There's an established canon.
Yeah, there's established canon. So what I would say is, if you want to make another Halo game, obviously they're making Halo 6, and they have to finish Master Chief's story.
Right.
Hopefully they just finish it there.
Yeah.
And I hope it's a compelling campaign, because he's not a super strong character, but I'm very attached to him.
I'm super attached.
Well,
to
I
this
mean,
point.
Mario's not a strong character, but people have an attachment
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah. And they have been expanding his character. Like, he's not the face. He is a faceless hero because we haven't seen his face. But
Yeah.
they are giving him character in this new trilogy. In the original trilogy, he was always just like, I've got Cortana. I'm going to save the day.
That's it.
That's basically what the original trilogy
I don't
was.
care how many enemies there are. I will kill them all.
But this time, we're actually getting under, like into his brain a little bit more about, like, what does Cortana mean to him?
right.
Cortana is going batshit crazy. What's
Cool.
going to happen? I don't want to spoil anything, but, like,
She's gonna kill everybody.
shit is going down at the end of Halo 5. Like,
Yeah.
it's the middle game that doesn't satisfy you.
Right.
Like, you want the next game.
It was just it was another
Yeah.
build.
And that's what happened with Halo 2 also. Like, people were kind of disappointed in the campaign of Halo 2 because it was like, and we have to wait for Halo 3. Like, and then you get the conclusion. Like, the middle game's always tricky. And I would love for them to end Master Chief at Halo 6, end it. And if you want to do any more Halo games, maybe keep up Halo Wars, which is a side shoot, which is a pretty cool RTS, but maybe make another side story, completely new characters or something. If
Well,
you
that's
want to
my
keep it
biggest thing
alive.
with the last one was like when you're switching between Locke and Master Chief.
Yeah.
Like, I care about Master Chief. I don't know Locke.
Yeah,
And so when it was Locke, I want to play Master Chief. But if you made a game that was just around Locke
yeah.
and that team, and then you were able to build that relationship up, it would have been way better.
So I don't know what they're gonna do at the end of Halo 6, like how they're gonna end it. I'm sure they have some sort of plan, but as of right now, I would bet that Halo has been trending down sales wise, and Microsoft honestly might be looking at it and be like, look, it had a good run, but I think it might be finally time to end it.
That's what they should be looking at right now.
And it might sadden a lot of people, but we got a lot of good years out of Halo. I think it did what it had to do to be a good game. It shaped the industry early on a lot, but I think it's time to stop. So that's what I think about Halo. So that's my game.
Cool. My pick is Assassin's Creed.
Assassino.
Assassino. Anyone who's known me for a long period of time has seen me love something so much and then very quickly hate it with every fiber
you took
of
a
my
quick
being.
dive.
I took a real quick dive after 3. Ironically enough, 3 has my favorite character, but it's my least favorite game.
Really?
Yeah, I love Connor.
Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Connor's probably my favorite character in the franchise. Oh boy, where to start with Assassin's Creed?
The beginning.
Alright.
I don't know.
So
It's changed so much.
yeah, it's one of those things where it's so different now. It's like, well, which tentacle of this Hydra do I try to tackle?
It changed so much to me that one of I thought was a great game was Black Flag, but if it wasn't an Assassin's Creed game, it'd be a really good game.
Yeah,
You're a pirate in that game.
Yeah, I love the naval and the pirate feel and all of that. Calling it Assassin's Creed and making him an assassin was not great.
So here's the thing. Assassin's Creed took off because of its awesome open world gameplay, which I would at the time, it was pretty revolutionary for the open world genre. That and the carefully crafted story that they were laying the seeds for. They were laying the seeds for some really big stuff, and none of it paid off.
Right.
The plan was originally to do 3 games and end the story there. It was either 3 or 4 games. The final one was to beat Desmond.
Right.
Yeah.
The problem, the series took off because those first couple games are amazing.
Yeah.
It took off because they were good. People were enjoying them. And then Ubisoft got real greedy. First of all, they advertised 3 as the last one. They this is
Yeah.
it. It's all come to this.
Because it kind of is in the story. I don't know how spoilery we want to get.
I
but-
mean, it's been a long time.
Okay.
It's you know, it was all leading up to this prophecy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the game ends, and the main character of the franchise that we've been following from, let's see, AC1 to Brotherhood, is he in? I think he's in Revelation.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
4 games
Yeah.
now, and then 3, so that's 5. For like 5 games, we've watched this guy, and his story has no conclusion. Like,
Nah.
it's so anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, wait, you were building up to this big thing. What happened?
We want to make another game.
So then Black Flag comes out.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's this... Assassin's Creed is this very different thing. They started to abandon the sci-fi element. The stuff taking place in the present became very few and far between.
Yeah.
The person you're playing as in the Animus isn't even a character. It's supposed to be you,
which
Dumb.
is dumb.
which is so dumb. And not so much advertise, but in the story, they led you on like it was gonna be someone. From what I remember, I think in the advertising, it was like, "Who's in the Animus?" And then, oh,
Is it me?
it's you.
Oh, mind blown.
And then from there, the franchise just became this weird shell of itself. We had Unity, which
we don't talk about Unity.
Unity was the game I thought was gonna get me back into it. We watched the E3 stuff together.
Yup.
That French Revolution era. I'm a big Les Mis fan. Like the whole I love Revolution stories. It looked like Assassin's Creed again.
I got you the art book.
You did get me the art book. It's a great art book. Game quality aside.
Look, I tried to give it a chance. I bought the game.
Yeah.
I think I got maybe 20 minutes into it, and I was like,
Well, look, what was it? Within the first week, it had a patch that was almost, I forget how many gigs, but it was big.
It was broken.
It was
It was broken, and there was a lot of issues.
Unity, I'm pretty sure there's absolutely no present day stuff in Unity.
Oh, wait, no, I beat Unity. I was super fucking annoyed.
You're thinking of the latest game.
Syndicate, I have.
Syndicate,
yeah.
I kind of
played a
enjoyed
little bit of it.
Syndicate, but Unity, I beat it, and the ending was so anticlimactic.
I didn't even bother with
And
it.
to the point where it was so anticlimactic to the point where it's like, if your character wasn't part of the story, the same outcome would have happened.
That's, yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly,
Well,
that's how I
and
felt
that's
at
what
the
was
end.
great about the other Assassin's Creed games is they honored history, but you felt like your character was directly responsible
changing
for
things.
things. Yeah.
You're changing the past to end up being the past we know.
Yeah. So, Unity came out, and the game I thought was going to get me back into it, broken as hell. And now Syndicate's out, but at this point, the franchise has abandoned so much of what made it cool. Where are the codex pages? Where are the glyphs? Where's this cool science
Order
fiction
and-
story? None of it, all the stuff that I got invested in, all of a sudden didn't matter anymore. And it just
Yeah.
became this why bother with this franchise? They released that 360 game the same week as
Rogue.
Syndicate or Unity, Rogue.
Yeah,
It was the new consoles
that was
were
weird. That was
the
weird.
new consoles were already out there. Here's here's another Assassin's Creed. They split the dev team. This.
It was a terrible decision.
I don't know
to
why
have
they
out.
did that. I really I don't know.
They tried to get more out
Yeah,
faster and
yeah.
make it a yearly game, and that was where their biggest
And
problem was.
for a game like Assassin's Creed, that doesn't work.
No.
That to me, I'm a Call of Duty fan. Leave your comments, whatever. But Call of Duty is a big dumb action movie. It's not
Yes.
meant to be carefully crafted or Shakespearean. It's an action movie, and I get what
That's what it's
I
supposed
get
to be.
what I expect out of
Right.
it. But Assassin's Creed was striving to be something else, and then they tried to annualize it, but they still tried to trick me into thinking it was something special. And it so clearly wasn't. The writing has fallen apart, and just recently they released Syndicate, which reviewed very well.
Yeah.
People liked Syndicate, but
I enjoyed part of it.
guess
but
what? It
too
didn't
late.
sell well. Because
yeah.
people are tired of it
It was
now.
too
Not
late
gonna
to
lie,
recover from
I think the
shit.
Industrial Revolution setting in England is not as compelling as some of their other historical
No.
things. Like
No.
that was probably for me. I was like, I don't really care about this part of history like as much as some of the other ones.
Yeah, it's the same
Like,
thing with the Black Flag. Like playing it, I don't feel like an assassin anymore.
yeah.
It's
I'm a thug.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
a
pirate
gangster.
game.
And then this one, instead of getting, I mean, you're just a British gangster who's
Yeah.
trying to take over like the gangs, which is awesome in its own way.
Is the
but-
Brotherhood like mentioned or anything? Like
It is. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I started it, but I think there are like Brotherhood missions and stuff like that. But it's nowhere near as strong as it was with Ezio.
The
and-
one thing I'll say about Syndicate is they had a cool dynamic with the brother and sister thing.
Yeah,
for
I
the-
never played
for
as
the
her.
two main characters.
because
That was kind of cool, but honestly, I could give a.
It's-
I don't care.
Oh, then I gotta start buying. What they start doing with the whole buying like gear and equipment and all that. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to have to worry about stats. Like oh, this belt makes me a lot stronger and harder to do damage to, but my stealth is a lot shittier.
it reached a peak in like Brotherhood was the perfect balance
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah,
And then it just got and then like they just
microtransactions.
like I went to go buy shaving cream once and there was DLC attached to a can of Edge shaving cream. And it was
what
like
a freaking bargain.
and it was like this armor you could only get if you buy Edge shaving cream.
Oh my gosh!
Like
that's pretty fucking great.
they took this beautifully crafted like Dan Brown-esque story and it's just a pale comparison of what it once was. It's a shame what happened to that game because honestly it was a like I would put it up there with great art, like with great the first couple games I would put up there with like great pieces of cinema and like the great novels of our generation. And this is what it's
I
become
completely
now.
agree.
What always impressed me about AC games was the size of the world and kind of like all the just like the crowds of people and
Yeah.
stuff around. Like it made me feel like I was in Jerusalem,
Yeah.
like or another like in Italy or whatever. Like I think AC2 is my favorite one out of all of them. Just because it's like the beginning of Ezio's story and stuff, and that was the first one. Like I liked the first one, but I love the second one because it
Yeah.
like it fully realized what they wanted to do in
Yeah.
that second
Dude,
game.
I 100%ed the second one.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I collected
close.
all those goddamn feathers. Was that the second one that had the feathers you had
Yes.
to collect? I collected every feather.
I don't have the patience. I saw that. I was like, no.
You know what the reward was?
What?
Freaking
A
cloak or a cape that made you hostile with every freaking guard.
Because it was the sigil for
It
the
was the sigil.
Auditories.
Oh, okay. Was it worth it?
No, like,
I mean, it's cool looking.
Yeah.
I
And
know,
you can,
it's
you
cool.
can say you 100%.
and the only reason I collected all the feathers because I was racing a friend to 100%. I was pretty much a massive achievement. whore
Did
at
you
the time.
win?
No, like if you look at the times between when I got it and when he got it, it was a difference of like a minute. Like I was literally dropping down to get my last one
Oh.
when he sent me the message saying he got it. I was so pissed.
Wow.
The franchise is just it's taken a sharp decline, and it is a shame because it's not just like oh it's bad writing like it became bad because they tried to milk it for everything.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they made narrative choices that I disagreed with, but like the writers were very like no like I believe in this. It became bad because they wanted to milk it.
I think they should have just ditched the name Assassin's Creed.
All like I have no doubt Syndicate and Black Flag, those were games people at Ubisoft pitched and they were like, oh well let's just put an Assassin's Creed name on them.
And what's funny about that is I'm afraid Prince of Persia has been completely eaten by AC.
Probably.
Oh yeah, well Altair was a Prince of Persia character.
I know, man. It's I'm
Listen,
scared
Prince of
because
Persia
I
is a
love.
terrible title.
I say I love Prince of Persia, but I've only played one game, and I love that one game, and it was way different than all the other ones.
Yeah.
But I would love to see Prince of Persia come back, and I hope it hasn't
No, that
been
would be
eaten.
cool.
I hope it hasn't been like completely consumed by Assassin's Creed.
So what about you, Nate?
Oh wait, real quick, we have to mention that they've taken an extended break on
Yeah.
the next one. So
God.
we are probably going to get a fresh AC when it comes back.
No,
Hopefully.
they're gonna release 2 whenever they release it.
Oh,
They're just gonna release 2 of them,
I hope not.
and each one's gonna have. It's gonna be the same story, but just slightly different.
When it comes out, I will assess it.
Assassin's Creed Sun and Assassin's Creed Moon.
Choose your assassin.
When they finally reveal what it is, I'm gonna look at it again.
I'm gonna wait for reviews.
Yeah, I will wait for reviews. Absolutely.
I'll eventually beat
And
Syndicate.
If this one doesn't get me back, I don't know what will. Probably nothing. I'm
Nothing.
probably done with the franchise.
I'm pretty much done with the franchise
So-
at this point.
So Marley, that's all you got for AC.
Yeah, that's my heartbreak laid out for you.
All right.
All right, Nate.
Well, the one I wanted to talk about a bit was the COD,
The cat.
the Call of Duties.
Yeah, this is interesting because we have a COD fan on the panel, and that's me.
Listen, I enjoy
Listen.
Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2,
Okay.
but after that,
That was in the heyday, man.
I think it just went too far out there. I don't.
So
like the
you're
future
not.
Stuff.
So you don't like the future stuff,
No.
the sci-fi.
No, it's too far.
Here's my thing.
It feels like they're just like we're gonna become Halo eventually.
Here's my thing with that though. So they do the Modern Warfare, the ghost kind of setting thing,
Yeah.
and people complain that they stay the same, that it's the same game every year.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Then they turn around and they do something really, really, really different and are experimenting.
Advanced Warfighter, right?
Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare.
Oh.
Warfighter.
Oh, okay.
In Black
So
Ops and
they do something really, really different, but then people complain that it's too different. So for me, this kind of puts them in a weird lose-lose.
it does.
Because either way, people are going to complain about them.
Yeah.
No, I
So
agree.
what's the solution?
Well-
go back and redo old shit. Like
They are
Modern
they
Warfare
remastered the original one.
They did, and you
So
can,
many people loved it.
And what's funny is they bundled it in with the new one just to try, like
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
perfect. It's a perfect plan.
yeah.
I mean, I love Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
I'm curious about Advanced Warfare.
I will probably. It's out.
Well,
Soon, I think.
I thought it already came out.
It might have.
I think it came out.
I'm
Already.
not sure.
I've been very busy, so I
Yeah.
haven't been paying attention to video game release
I
dates.
haven't played a COD. I've played it here and there,
You should
but
play
I've
a
never
trial.
liked it. It's just not my cup of tea. But when I see the way it's going, like it's going, heavily into the sci-fi direction with the newest game.
Yeah.
When I look at that, I'm like, I don't know where else they could go. Like, that seems to me like the natural progression forward. Like, if they want to keep moving forward, now they could do what Battlefield 1
I
did
was gonna say,
and
Battlefield
go back
1
to
keeps
World.
moving forward, but they're still staying in some sort of like anchored game
Yeah,
style. They're not going crazy sci-fi.
They did so many Modern Warfares. I think they really they did enough Modern Warfares.
Yeah, I think they need to go back in time.
I would love to see them go back to World War II. If they go back to World War One, they'll be called copycats.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're gonna do that.
No.
But World War II, I think, with consoles are a lot better now. I think we could have a really cool new World War II
I'm
setting
just
game.
I just have flashbacks to the days when every first-person shooter was a World War II
Oh,
It's true.
yeah, it's
first-person
true.
It's true.
shooter.
It's true.
I
and
remember
I've played
Bad Company.
Big Red 1.
Big Red One 2. There was a second
There
one.
was a second
There
Big
was
Red
a
one?
second one.
I just think back to those, and I played a lot of them,
Yeah.
and I just don't know if I'm ready for more World War II.
Yeah. Well, when I look at the newest game that came out, I'm like, are they gonna do another Black Ops one? Is that what they're gonna do?
Eventually,
For the next
probably.
one?
Black Ops is done by the other studio, and almost, I think every Black Ops game's been pretty well received.
Yeah.
So I imagine they're probably gonna do another Black
I
Ops.
have the newest Black Ops, and I still haven't beat it
Yeah.
because I've decided I was like, I'm gonna play this once, and I'm doing it on the hardest difficulty. And it's really freaking hard.
Yeah.
There's a lot of robots.
The Black Ops stories are really cool.
So
Yeah.
so
There's
Nate,
player choice and stuff in them.
you think it's time to end the franchise?
I just think it's changing too much.
Okay.
I mean, it is more along the lines of like where Assassin's Creed has been changed so much that it doesn't feel like the Call of Duty anymore.
at least with them, their annualization is split up with like they have 3 teams, right?
Yeah.
And
I think I don't know how many teams they have.
what's the difference between Black Ops and like their other games? That's what I never understood.
So, Black Ops, I would say, puts a little bit more of a focus on the narrative.
Yeah.
At least in terms of single player. Now, I don't play multiplayer. I'm sure there's.
It's probably the same.
I'm
for the
sure
most
there's
part,
a
right?
whole meta
Okay.
behind
is.
why it's different, and
Okay.
you know, there are COD tournaments that are strictly Modern Warfare. There are COD tournaments that are strictly Black Ops.
Okay.
I will say, in terms of Black Ops, from my experience, I've played most of the Modern Warfares. I've played all of the Modern Warfares. I've played 2 out of the 3 Black Ops. There's a greater emphasis on narrative. There's a greater emphasis on player choice.
Yeah.
You can, in Black Ops 2, for instance, you can make a lot of different choices that will change the final outcome of that
I
game.
didn't know there were choices.
Yeah, and they're cool.
Okay.
They're really cool, and you can get some pretty twisted endings.
Okay.
Modern Warfare, and like, I think, is Modern Warfare Treyarch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare is more. There's more of an emphasis on the action movie element. It's more about
Larger scale.
larger scale set pieces and stuff. And they've got that in Black Ops, but it's definitely like the main focus in the Modern Warfare games.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know, like, especially, I mean, I play multiplayer because I really enjoy the multiplayer aspect of Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
But in Black Ops, like, it makes me feel like I'm playing Halo again. It's a lot more motion, like, moving, like, if you watch anybody play the new Halo, or the new Call of Duties in, like, tournaments, it's nonstop running.
Wow.
Like, it's moving constantly, and just, it feels almost like, was it Titanfall?
Yeah.
Like, it feels like that. Like, it's a lot of running, wall running, jumping, and jetpacking, quick bursts.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like just the shooter that it was. And personally don't think it's the right direction to go, but...
Yeah, the jetpack thing is definitely an in thing right now.
Yeah.
For shooters and stuff. Yeah. So, any quick other games maybe we want to throw in there?
Not really.
No, I think Assassin's Creed was really the main one that I wanted to...
This was more so a therapy session for me. I needed to get that off my chest. Yeah.
Yeah, I at one point I would have said Gears of War.
I would have said that too, but the new one sounds
now I
interesting.
think they have a new studio, Black Tusk Studio, or it might be called a different name now. I don't know, but I think they've freshened up that series enough.
Yeah, I'm thinking about buying it. Like, it looks good.
Yeah, it's honestly very pretty visually. Like, it's Xbox One's best looking game probably. Unreal Engine is amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I think that's it. So that's all for today, guys, and I guess we'll see you at your next save.
Bye.